doesn't have the normal colors, but he is still a giant snake. He is actually not as large as they can typically get. He was stunted, which means that he didn't grow as big as he would have been able to because he wasn't taken care of properly before we got him. So now he lives with us, and he is a part of our educational outreach program. His name is Salazar, and he is about 7 feet long, but normally in the wild they can grow up to 20 feet long. But he is our gentle giant. We wanted to show you guys today how big he is. Isn't he awesome? He's pretty cool. So like I said, this guy is albino, which means in his natural habitat, he would stand out. He would not be very good at camouflaging. He would definitely be easy for prey to find, predators to find when he was a baby. So we're going to take care of him here. He lives with us now. So that was Salazar. Okay, next we are going to talk about the Argentine Tagu. This one's talking about an Argentine black and white Tagu. Their habitat, they are found in savannas and forest clearing. They are terrestrial lizards that they rarely climb up more than about within a few feet off the ground. They're not great climbers. They are found in South America. If they feel threatened, they can drop a section of their tail, and that will kind of distract the predators so that they can run away. They have forked tongues, just like a snake, and they have fully developed eyes with eyelids. So some reptiles don't have eyelids, but tagus do. They have a strong whip-like tail that is very muscular that they can hit predators with. So they might not necessarily lunge at you with their body. They will use their tail like a whip and smack at their at someone who's trying to attack them. They have small square scales that are arranged in regular rings around the body. They have a long tail with powerful legs, and they get about 3 to 5 feet long. They are omnivores, which means they eat just about everything. We feed them greens and bugs and sometimes different meats and things. Sometimes they'll eat, like in the wild, they'll eat small mammals like mice and rats and things, and they have a very powerful jaw. So we are going to let you meet Athena. This is Athena. She is also not full grown, but she's not stunted. She's just like what, a teenager? She's basically a teenager. She's a couple years old. Her name is Athena. She is our Argentine black and white Tagu. She will get about 5 feet long, so she'll end up being almost as tall as me and Candace. That's crazy, right? So I wonder if we can get her to show. Very sharp. Very sharp. I know I'm trying to get her to let go of you. Alright, she's got long claws. So she has a forked tongue. You can see her sticking it out. She's kind of sniffing around and checking things out. Alright, so this is Athena. Like I said, she is our black and white Tagu. She loves to roam around, and they love to burrow and dig deep in the ground. Or not deep in the ground. They just like to kind of burrow and hide under the ground if they get too hot. So I'm going to let Miss Candace tell you about the next animal. Alright. Going to go roam around. Oh my gosh! It's everybody's favorite reptile! A bearded dragon. The habitat. They live in Australia. They can live anywhere from subtropical woodlands all the way to the desert. They like it hot, hot, hot. Their adaptations are that they have a third eye above their head to detect shadows above them. This helps keep them safe from predators. Their head is inverted, which means it goes kind of like a triangle. And this is to allow water droplets to slide from their head into their mouth. That's how they get their water. They have a spike-like scales to help protect them from predators. Characteristics. All of them have a flat body, broad head, and stout legs. They also have sharp spikes that run along the sides of their bodies to their throats. Did you know that there's 8 different species of bearded dragons? Wow! And here's one of ours. This is Harry. Harry is morbidly obese, and he is actually quite lazy. They eat everything from greens to insects to other small mammals such as mice. They can live up to 20 years. They are very docile, easy to tame, and a great beginner pet. They can learn their name, and they can learn to come to it. They can also really enjoy a good snuggle here and there. It's definitely a big, giant sweetheart. Leopard Gecko next. What's our next little scaly creature? Leopard Geckos! Oh boy, how fun are they? Their habitat. They're normally found in the Middle East, such as India, Iraq, Afghanistan. They live in sand, gravel, rocks, and they also live through grasses and low-lying shrubs. Their adaptations. Skin colors and spots act as camouflage distractions in the wild. They also can drop their tails. This is a defense against predators. In the wild, it helps create a distraction to help get them away safely. Their characteristics. They're nocturnal, ground-dwelling geckos that are docile and easy to tame. Unlike other geckos, they do have eyelids. Even though they usually do not bite, they have sharp teeth to crush insects. Also, they can scream. Their diet. They are carnivores, eating insects and other small lizards and other small prey items. Miss Shannon is now bringing one for us to see. Alright, so this is definitely one of the smaller reptiles that we have here. This is a leopard gecko. This one is, he has, you can see he's got like black and white polka dots on his tail, but he's mostly orange. So in the desert, they might be a little bit more yellow and kind of tan colors, but breeding, people have made them into all kinds of bright colors because they're more fun for us to have as pets when they look cool like this. So you see how he's actually waving his tail like this? He's not very happy with me. This is kind of his warning, kind of his defense to show you, hey, I'm getting ready to pounce. Yeah, exactly. He's not super happy. I had to pull him out and taking a nap. Because like we said, they are nocturnal. So he was sleeping. Because he's been awake all night hunting and eating his bugs. But this little guy's pretty cool. So they can, like Miss Candace said, they can drop their tails. So I don't know if you can see, they kind of have ridges along their tail. So if they get startled or if something tries to attack them, they will just drop the tail at any one of those sections. It could just be a little bit of the tip. It could be all the way up here. But the good thing is they will regrow their tail. But it's a good distraction and a good way for them to run away while the predator is chasing the tail that they drop. They can run away. Fun fact, the tail will still move and wiggle if it is dropped. This is true. That is something, it will still wiggle. So whoever's trying to eat them will just see the tail wiggling and think they got him, and then the leopard gecko gets to run away safe and free. So this guy's pretty cool. Oh goodness, who do I have here? This is Camelio. Camelio is Amblyopia panther chameleon. Just so you know, their habitat is that they are native to Madagascar. They are arboreal, which means they live in trees and bushes high up. They love warm, humid environments. Let me tell you about their adaptation. They have these V-shaped grabby claws that you can see here, little pincer little feet. And this helps them easily grasp branches and your finger. Their eyes can move independently of each other, so each eye can move at its own, on its own. This can give them almost 360-degree rotation of vision. Their characteristics. These are one of the most colorful chameleons. Males are more colorful than females. They have a very, very long tongue that launches like a catapult to catch prey with its little suction pin. Yeah, that's a good one. We're going to see if we can get him to show you guys his cool, awesome, powerful tongue. So we're going to feed him one of his favorite bugs here. And I'm going to see if he'll go for it for us. You guys better watch carefully and see if he gets it. That's only if he does. He's a little confused right now. I'm not sure why we pulled him out so early in the morning. So he is diurnal, which means they are more active during the daytime, and they go to sleep just like us at nighttime. So they can change colors based on their mood. So, or if they get darker, it helps them soak up more sunlight and absorb more heat. But they can also, if they're angry, they will turn different colors, and he can actually puff out his throat and kind of do that as a warning sign to show us that he's not very happy. Which I don't think he's very interested in this bug right now. He's kind of looking at it, but I was hoping he'd take it for you guys. But like I said, I think he's a little bit confused. This is a hornworm. A lot of our reptiles like these as a juicy treat. They can get very big, and then they will turn into a moth. So these are actually pretty cool too. Are you from Leo? I don't think so. You don't think so? Nope. He doesn't want a treat this morning. Sorry, guys. That's okay. We can't force him to eat. That would not be very nice. But we did try. So, hey, tell you what. I will try and get a video of it this week, and I will send it over to Miss Marshall, and maybe she can share it with you guys if we can get a video of Emilio's eating. Do you think that would be okay? Give me a thumbs up. All right, I think we can definitely try and get a video. Amelia, you want to go back? So one of the cool things about him is they have this tail, which they use to grab onto branches and trees. It's called a prehensile tail. They actually use it sometimes almost like an extra hand. See, he's looking for something to grab onto right now. So if I give him my finger, he's going to wrap on my finger to give him better balance. So that is a really cool adaptation that they have. Sometimes you can even watch them use their tail to hang upside down to get a bug that they found on a lower branch or maybe on the ground sometimes. So those are definitely, that's definitely one of their cool adaptations. These are one of my favorites because they're so bright and colorful. They don't typically like to be handled a whole lot, but he's kind of been tamed down a lot over the last couple of years. So their life expectancy is only 5 to 7 years. Camellia is up there at the 5-year mark. Females don't live as long as males because when they lay eggs, which they can lay eggs at any time after they're about a year old, it takes a lot out of them, so they get tired. So they don't typically live as long as males. But Emilio here, he's been doing great, hanging out with us for almost 5 years now. So hopefully we got a couple more years with him. Pretty awesome. We love to hang out with him. So I think we can, that's all of the animals that we have to show you guys right now. So I think we can turn the chat back on if Miss Marshall is okay with that. And see if we have any questions coming in. I see you guys are excited. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and make it. I'm going to go ahead and make Miss Marshall the host again.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So remember that you can click on that view button and make Miss Shannon, Miss Candace bigger and go in the speaker mode. Right now it'll make me bigger, but when they are chatting, so that way you can see them up close. So we're going to open up the chat and see if you have any questions. So I know that we went over, that's your chameleon, right? And what type of chameleon is that?
An abalone panther chameleon. I may be saying that first word wrong. We just call them a panther chameleon. There are a bunch of different types of chameleons. This one is our abalone panther chameleon.
Very cool. And then we had the leopard gecko, the bearded dragon, and then at the beginning we had the sorry, I took notes. I'm trying to follow along, take some notes. Burmese python, and then the Argentine Tagu. Tagu.